everybody, and welcome to my next match in the Dominion Online Championship. I'm playing against Kayoshii, who I don't believe I've ever played before. At least not as far as I remember. And we've got a pretty rising sunish kingdom. There's a few things from Rising Sun. Anyway, yeah. What is the thing, witches? There's some ways to curse here. Couple ways, three ways. Three sort of weirder ways. There's governor and legionary, which is probably what you want to do in some capacity. I would like an investment, I think, or two. It may be better to just open investment, to be perfectly honest. But I'm leaning, actually, this is a little tougher. I'm almost leaning towards Snake Witch because of Way of the Sheep. So there's something to be said for Bobble as well. Both the top decking and the cursing are okay. Plus buy probably not super relevant, but could be actually. If we get up to playing legionary and stuff, it certainly could be. There's probably some value. Snake Witch, you wouldn't necessarily expect to curse with anytime soon. Here I'm going to top deck investment. Silver a little weird. Silver quite strange. At least in my mind. What do we have in here? We maybe should have top decked the Legionary. Don't know. This is gonna really live or die by do I draw the gold this turn? We whiff that. Okay, that's great. This was a pretty good skip as far as what I had in hand. Silver, copper, snake. They also got to the double governor, though they didn't have they didn't get a trash in, I guess. Guess I didn't have to do this quite like this, but whatever. Okay, so they whiff here, which is nice. Of course. Which is, of course, nice. And they may not get back around to the gold. You'd kind of like a litter to be able to do remodels post whatever, but I don't know that it's worth sort of risking it at this point. We can certainly get a lot of golds this turn. I say a lot. We can get some number of golds this turn. Still like having the trashing here. This could be by favor. So it's like a little risky. We do the alley also. This is nice. I would say there's no guarantee they get around to the gold or anything. They still have quite a few coppers. There's some angles you can play where you try to do a Snake Witch activation, but I just don't think it's worth it. Like, I could remodel right now and try, but the Snake Witch could just draw a governor, and then, you know, where would I be? That's a lot of debt also, so they don't have really much going for them at this point. I guess they have all their coppers, yeah. We can just double province on the buy. One, two, three. We can try to top deck layer here. There's no reason not to. 1, 2, 3, 5. This is 8, 9. Keep money. We still, even if we play the litter, it's still enough money. We'll probably get hit this time. but I can get to 5 provinces. And I mean, there are you can technically come back on the investment points, but it's pretty tough. It can be done though. Have one more investment. I have 5 of these. 1, 2. I am gonna have a little bit worse, right, situation here. There's also some points where I can just stop. Like, I don't necessarily have to, like, if I double, I don't believe Kayoshii can get to 30 points. The investment is just maybe another 1, 2, 3, 4, another 4. And then the provinces, I don't think there's like a bunch of lines to, well, especially if I pop my investment for points while doubling. How many cards exactly did I discard? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. But there is another litter. So I can see, and one of them doesn't count, so it's like 6. Oh, whoops! I needed to. Well, no, I just messed up. Would like to find the bauble. Possible. Okay, that's pretty good. Because we can sheep things. I think investment pop for points into a double province is probably okay. Assuming we have that. We got to make 18. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, okay. That's a lot. So We can maybe even play the alley for the snake wedge. One, 4, 6. Yeah, we could play one of them. Don't believe Kayoshii can score 23 points. Also, the more governors, I don't know what they discarded, but the more governors Kayoshii plays before the Royal Blacksmith, the worse that situation is. Also, they don't have enough they have to remodel pre, which I don't have anything, but you know, if I did, they have to remodel pre discard attack. There's only 3 gains left, or 4 gains left. So, even if those were all points, 6, 6, 6, 18, and the other one is like a 4.22, I think it's still a point short. So now there's only 3 gains. That's definitely short. This is the worst discard I'm going to have so far, probably. Of course, it won't really matter. We're not seeing governors, so that's actually pretty fine. Cannot make up the points. It's, I don't know how you angle. This angle doesn't work because, right, it's not causing a dud unless I just draw all 5 governors into that big hand, I guess. Then it's pretty bad, but otherwise this angle never, you almost have to stop sooner and do some remodeling with the governors or something. I don't know what they had in hand either. Their deck is still huge. Quite a bit more junk than mine has. So it's all a bit odd, but I shouldn't talk too soon, but I think I can at least buy province and this may be in hand. We can sheep 2 things, remodel. Yep. Gotta give this a real think. Rudely give curse. This table probably won't start. Oh, it did. Did start. Nice. Okay. This is Renaissance-y. Got 2 projects. This is a bit odd. You can't really there's no super draw. I mean, the payload and draw is kind of, and you wouldn't necessarily, I guess some of these cards are pretty awful. I was going to say the cards aren't that weak. Obviously, there are some really strong cards here, but that doesn't really come together. We don't have a smithy or like a drawing village. I mean, you can draw, of course. Everything is here. It's just sort of cruddy. This seems like a pretty good opening, so I'm going to follow it. We get the nice, I guess the nice 4 as well. If we want it. We may miss 5 though. I don't know about the, I mean, still is fine. The only payload accelerant thing you can do is upgrading 4s. Otherwise, you're single provincing. Scoring wise anyway, you can obviously pick up a lot of engine components with whatever thing you want, but scoring wise you can really only do upgrade 4s into duchy, and I guess gaining estates with whatever things. Yeah, so I miss 5. They're not gonna miss 5 unless they had 4 secretly here. So this is actually a little bit worse. IMO. I also, if I take stowaway here, which I probably will, there's a good chance that is Star Charter visible top deck? Okay, it is. Hopefully they don't react. Okay. Cool. I could have gained old map and played the other T-Mog, I guess. Would have been the other angle with Star Chart. There were a few different things I could have thought about doing here that I didn't do. I don't know that what I did was best by any means. Buy silver seems pretty terrible. I thought you got to see what they top decked. Am I making this up? Oh no, you just don't. I just hallucinated it. I absolutely hallucinated that. Okay, let's get an old map. This map is so old. Really. Quite incredible how old this map is. Maybe we'll draw the other stowaway. We did not. I guess I won't rotate them. I mean, I could get my extra turn here. I don't know what I guess I can get a T-Mog and probably play a stowaway. What is... Damn, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, you can do some T-Moggy stuff in there. That's not terrible. This is kind of a not super great hand anyway. We can buy a 2. The 2s are fine. Probably activating, but that's life, you know. This could be settlers or it could be native village. There's something to be said for just getting more old maps too. They're pretty nice with a few things. Well, I guess we were pretty unlikely to ever get a good T-Mog there. What do we want? I guess the estate. They have 2 upgrades? I didn't know that. That's pretty good. I should probably buy an upgrade. Look at that, I activated the stowaway with my own body. Sunken treasure. We set aside another native village. Okay. We didn't get to the T-Mog. Guess we'll just take our silver. Buy this. Star chart. We've got T-Mog and copper. We could put the upgrade up. Or the stowaway. How do we want to do this? T-Mog. Wait. We are getting a little bit, we're going to get blocked, right? You won't be able to, voyage beats whatever, other things that try to do stuff. So if we sculptor for stowaway, which is fine. So the question, I guess, is whether we would like to T-Mog something or do 2 stowaways. That's our dilemma, as it were. We know they don't have a stowaway this time, so I'm kind of leaning towards that. A lot of silvers. Thin deck. My deck is pseudo thin. Whatever that means. I can see it by playing Voyage, right? I can see the whole... Gets the sunken treasure. Interesting. That doesn't seem super great to me. What do I know? Still gonna see a pretty good number of these cards. I'm gonna try the native. Do you think upgrade for now is just we need a little of this thinning? Okay. I think this is crud. Well, alright, it wasn't crud, but... What do we want to put up here? I think we would like to put a Faithful Hound. It would be nice to buy something. I guess if the team on call happens, what will it happen on? Probably the Hound. Of course, we can wait. I'm probably activating for them, which I don't love. What's the value? Oh, they did 2. Oh, that really is bad. I really probably just shouldn't have done that. Or I should have just top decked a stowaway. Do we want to buy something, or do we want to set aside? We also didn't find another stowaway here, which would have been nice. I think there are a couple in here, right? Kind of weird. Was their hand just that bad? Going in for the province right now. I think the game can last long enough. That was a really weird turn. I can't. I guess it's all the silvers. Yeah, I mean, there is T-Mog milling threat. You can't fall like too far behind on that, which is true. It was 2 stowaway. Well, they didn't gain a duration anyway, so how much can I truly complain? We shall find out. Well, okay. We should probably try not to be too far off on province. One way or the other. Oh. I don't know if that means buy one this turn. Probably doesn't actually mean that. There may come a time where the voyage turn is more of a liability than it is an asset as far as doing the stowaway stuff. If we want to have like big turns. We gotta get rid of these coppers. We just gotta do it. I believe in draw. That's my religion. Okay. So what's my silver situation? I only have the one. What's left? Sculptor. Copper. Stowaway. Wouldn't be bad to have the that thing. It wouldn't be bad to have the distant shores, to be perfectly honest. I have to play these turns pretty good now to win, which is always a huge pain. You know, I don't enjoy it. This is you just hate to underplay this, even though I'm for sure going to underplay it a little bit. Some of this is okay. Some of it is not. Okay, so we'll do our best. We can get, yeah, we can do it. Maybe. Maybe. We should be good for about 8 duchies at some point. You may be wondering, how are we going to play all these stowaways now? I don't know. We'll figure it out. We'll rotate back around to voyages, and we'll gain a voyage. We'll do something. Something will occur. They bought fleet. I was gonna say, I could maybe, if they had just bought like Duchy or something, I could. Well, okay. I'm being a little, in my mind, I think I'm imagining things, but I think I could get pretty close to a pile-out. To a winning pile-out, you know, that's important. They don't have any orange down. We can score a pretty good amount. These coppers are still pretty awful. I would not hate having a faithful hound, I guess, but I don't think we want to rotate. I think we'd like to buy those if we can, or gain some of them if we can, rather. We're not too bad on terminal space, actually. It's still workable. These are stowaways. I think I meant to... I do think I meant to kill the T-Mog. Oh well. We won't net... We could set aside and we could net some villages here. Or we can get the draw. There's 2 T-Mogs. Okay. We've never really cleaned up here in a way that was nice. We probably ought to have... Well, I have some thoughts, but... I have a lot of thoughts. I'm not super in love with many of the things that have been done here. We only got to the distant shores, which I don't super love. We're going to need a fleet turn, or we're going to need to buy fleet for sure, just to threaten some of the duchy stuff. Their fleet turn isn't probably super crazy, depending on how much stuff we can kill beforehand. They only have 1 T-Mog, so we can buy provinces turn if that looks like the play. I don't think I can do the voyage thing unless I just really get... I mean, they only have... I guess they only have 2 stowaways and they just played 1. So it's not totally crazy to want to do the stowaway thing. Probably should have left last time and aimed for a bigger... Well, I can still do that later, I guess, but... And they're losing T-Mogs too, which is nice. They're buying province, which is not so nice, but the bad thing was not getting another upgrade. Which hopefully we can remedy with the T-Mog here. I do wish I had managed to get through the distant shores. I think that one turn I had a little overdrawn. I just didn't find the greatest line. What I did was okay. If we could somehow empty estates and upgrades, buy fleet, mill province, buy province, gain whatever duchies we can gain. Well, yeah, that's not that great, is it? Why am I behind by 10 points? This sucks. We really needed to find a 4 or a 5. We need to find a sculptor. I don't think I can afford to trash the distant shores, but we really needed another upgrade. And I really don't want to pick up the mat, actually. I don't think I have another one. So that super sucks. We just needed one of Ironworks or Sculptor, which there's not a ton of, but because if I don't have upgrades, I'm just gonna have to pick up, which is terrible. Well, we don't need. Yeah. We'll just have to see what they do, but we're probably toast. I never really got control. Kind of stupidly. Or maybe this should just be a native village. We pick up, play these. I would have loved to not have these five. Like if these 5 cards had been down here and I got to play these, this would be a very different shuffle. But I don't know. There aren't enough. We can get 4 duchies. Yes. Is all. That's our only. That's all I had to pick up there to. None of that went well. 5 duchies, 6 duchies. I guess we probably need to get about all of them because otherwise this is not gonna run. Whatever. Alright, well, I think I should have been able to win that game. But I definitely didn't manage it. So that's how that went. There's not secret points somewhere. Unfortunately. Seven of them would have won, right? For sure. 6 of them probably won for sure. 6 of them is like 3 more. That would have given me 39. No, that didn't win for sure. 7 wins for sure. But I gotta have 6 upgrades in deck to do that. I'm not sure. Well, okay, I think on a perfect draw at the other point in the game, I do still get there. But oh, what am I doing? No, I'm just delaying the inevitable. I could resign. Yeah. 7 for sure won. The green reshuffle there was rough, but I didn't build. I think I should be able to win with playing more of the board, but okay, this isn't starting. Okay. Legionary again. This time. This time, not a whole lot of draw at all. There's really not draw here. You can do Oasis Apothecary, I suppose. There's also not incentive to draw. You can play Rogue several times, I guess. You can get super thin. And then I guess by province. I don't know. You can play Rogue many times with Scepter. Maybe it's the best angle. Maybe the best angle is Legionary attack. Certainly one part of the best angle is getting thin. Apothecary does not a lot. If you had a lot of apothecaries, you're probably in an okay spot, but I mean, it's hard. You would rather trash, but honestly, the board's so bad that it's not crazy to try and do like Apothecary Oasis stuff, Century Apothecary Oasis, and hold some of the coppers. It's still not really draw. You don't have like Forum. It converts them to money, I guess, for Oasis, but it's really bad. It is all really, really bad. Oh, but 5-2 is good. If you have a 5, okay, well, also hitting 5 is good. Drawing Sentry turn 3 is really good. That sucks for me. I don't know here if they just take the Oasis and trust the Sentry to be enough, or try to go for an overpay. I guess I'm gonna try and overpay. You'd rather not have the estates in hand now, but I guess it's fine. They buy a rogue. Things like the infirmary you can lose, and so then like you can lose infirmary to rogue and it's not a huge deal. Though there are some things that are really bad to lose to rogue. So it's certainly not it's really not clear to me. The thing, yeah, if you pass them the infirmary, it's not a huge deal. Oasis Sentry, I mean, a lot of the things are not a huge deal. I guess if they buy a fishing village, then the infirmary is fine, okay. And Oasis. I mean, I guess we're getting it back, so. Actually, let's do the gondola, right? They don't have, yeah, let's do the gondola. Oh, we didn't draw the gondola. That was a bummer. Excuse me. We draw the gondola there. It's huge. We get to either trash or we get to duration, which would have been nice. Kind of weird. I'm thinner right now. Hopefully I get one copper hit. There's 2 in here, so unless it's top bottom, which is possible, I get a hit. I guess I can get it. I can guarantee 1 hit regardless. Wow, a scheme. This part's funny because I wonder if you need a second rogue more than other things. Because like here I'm only gaining scheme if they trash, but the hits are odd, right? Because they get their scheme back until you can play several rogues. What's the incentive for me to taking this scheme here? I don't care about having scheme. I mean, I guess if they reveal scheme, it's good because then it's a further delay. I mean, if they hit one of these things, it's okay. Or if they hit the scheme specifically, it's okay. But otherwise, well, they're gonna get a hit, so I guess you take it. I don't know. It's kind of weird. It's a bit of an odd one. And just getting more scepters isn't super safe either. You can continue a fishing village at some point. Well, this is good. Pretty good. I mean, it's probably hits Oasis. Oh, right. Scheme continue does the I forgot continue did the village trick. I should have continued. For sure. Oh, they didn't buy anything after that, right? Yeah. I'm only gonna have 8, so I'm not gonna be able to afford that. I shouldn't have played Scheme yet. So I don't think it's gonna matter really here. I guess the Scheme lets you protect your rogue. That's nice. That's their only trasher, and they're not thin yet. Pardon me. They got the sentry back. Now, I don't have... I could scheme. You can't really do much more than this on a turn. This is awful. I did steal a scepter. That part's cool. What do I even have? Left in here? Oh. Yeah, that. I don't want the silver. When did they buy silver? I guess it's okay, but... Oh, I would rather have the Oasis. Okay, Maybe shouldn't have cheered that shuffle, though I did get another scepter play out of it, so that was kind of good. People are just going to protect their rogues forever, I guess, and then I don't know. We may eventually build up enough trash in there that... Well, we're not really building up trash in there. So I'm not sure why I would say that. Is there like risk of them getting the infirmary? I'm pretty okay with them getting more schemes. I don't think that's a huge deal. And you'd rather kind of have those up there anyway. I guess we got to give them the infirmary if they have the... Okay, they don't have it. Well, this is basically all you can do. Is eat the deck. At what point are you just okay? Say, well, I guess we'll see if we can province. Or do you need a bunch more sentries? Do you have to fight the scepters down all the way? What? Where is enough? You don't duchy dance, obviously, but you buy province when you can afford it, and then you like, I don't... The infirmary gain for them was unfortunate, but I mean, you can get fishing villages. They're okay. I don't have an infirmary right now, so they're not like a huge deal. I can get another scheme, and so guess you can just buy it. Oh, I do still have I got the infirmary back. I did forget about that. Now there's 2 infirmaries. Now I have another infirmary. This stupid province. I think the scepters are split now. Oh, well, that isn't really how I wanted to do this at all. I got so confused, like I would be able to replay the infirmary post. I'm just stupid. I just got incredibly... I was just dumb. I didn't mean to leave an infirmary on top. I was thinking I was going to play the infirmary post playing 2 rogues with Scepter, which of course is nuts, and so I botched that up pretty bad. I mean, if I continued or something, that could have worked, but... Oh well. This sucks, just that then the scepters are getting tossed, basically. And that there's probably just a province on top here. Okay, so we do get to 8. You really don't want the provinces in hand, but I haven't... I'm gonna whine, and it's probably not even true, so I should just not do it. They have hit the triple scepter a whole bunch in a truly unfortunate fashion, because they still have 2 coppers, but they're just hitting. No, the coppers are all gone. Never mind. But the triple scepters repeatedly are killing me, because it's just not even. I don't know. They don't have less junk than me. It's just how it's going here. I am hitting the 8s, which what else can you hold for? We're just going to be moving towards a tie, I suppose. I mean, you can Dutchy dance. It's just terrifying. So I kind of expect Kayoshii takes the tie here if it's available. Yeah. I don't really know how you get ahead. Maybe I could have. You're never killing their rogue. I mean, I could have kept mine scepter, certainly, at that one point. But you can't. There's no draw, so you can't play more than 4. And that's only if you draw through everything. So it was not clear to me that there was like there's nothing too growth crazy, right? I don't think so. I mean, gain gold, gain butcher is pretty good, but village is tough. Probably poacher shantytown. Draw is really tough. You could go river shrine something, I guess. River shrine silver also. You're not doing a whole lot better than just filtering with alley and plain butcher, I wouldn't say. There's excuse me. Because Shantytown Ranger probably does not work very well. It's not a lot of draw, right? If you have to play the Necros to get the Ranger draw, is pretty bad. It nets draw, but it's like 2 Shanties, 2 Rangers to draw as much as 1 Lab would draw, I think. It's 4 cards to see 5 to draw 5, so it is draw, but it's very expensive. It's a workshop. I'm gonna try Shantytown. Well, I mean, if you draw your workshop with that hand, you know. What else can happen? This is my hand. It's still not a very good angle to get to butcher, but this really sucks. This is okay. suddenly like gold gains are a lot better than silver gains. I mean, they always were here, but once growth activates, silvers are super awful. While golds are quite good. They probably have a ghost option here. And I assume it's with Poacher, because if it was with Workshop, if it was like River Shrine Collide Workshop with Haunted Mirror and some other junk, you would just quick play that. So I'm going to assume it's Poacher. No, okay, I just don't. Okay. Well, that's not, none of that's too terribly weird. I'm not sure how they're getting to 5, but if the ghost doesn't hit, do you have enough to buy Poacher and hit? It's Ghost Shrine Workshop. Is it 2 coppers? I guess so. I have an estate, so must be. I guess you can always workshop for the Poacher or a silver or whatever you want to go for. Oh, they have a silver already. Well then, I'm in trouble, I would say. A bit of trouble, as the kids say. They don't say that. Absolutely do not say that. Is their River Shrine dead already? I'm confused. Why wouldn't you butcher? Was it not in hand? I'm confused. Probably this a gold buy, gold cartographer. I'm in bad shape here. Without a ghost. And probably gonna lose the arena points. And they kind of matter here. People are always... Oh my gosh. Hope you enjoyed that interlude. YouTube never gets to hear them. A real miss, but Just so you know, JH, your mic is hot, and I server muted you, so later on I can unserver mute you, but I probably won't this very second. Sounded like he was calling for a child or a pet or something. I can't even hear. I don't even have headphones on. I just have them sitting down in front of me. I could hear it. Oh my gosh. No, I've just lost my train of thought. I do know that I want to get arena points and a gold. I was pretty clear on that in my head, at least. I don't know when I can get the ghost. Unfortunately, it's kind of an awkward. I also don't have a good use for the money here. Other than to try and get another shantytown, but I don't think I'll ever kind of clear up the I'm a little surprised they got the second butcher right there, but maybe if they're not sure they're gonna play through the deck, then that makes sense. There's some worlds where the second shantytown does something, but I'm not sure what they are. And unfortunately, the other worlds, I just don't know that I can use the buy productively. I wish I could, but it may be more of an angle where they think they're setting up, yeah, ghost setup, it's fine. We're gonna get cooked here. No doubt. I don't think you buy province yet, so it's probably just another gold cartographer or gold butcher. If you really want to ghost the butcher, then it's probably just better to ghost cartographer though, right? You play both the butchers anyway. This ghost is gonna beat me amongst many things. I just don't even have a good angle to get ghost at this point, other than skipping, doing a bunch of things. Which I could do. I just don't know that it's very good. Basically skipping playing butcher. Did play River Shrine once. Which isn't, you know, super insane, but like if I get ghost here and buy gold and get butcher, we still lose, but we can squint and pretend we have some of the turns that are good. I guess. Something like that. So we also whiff the arena points if we do that here. I'm not super clear on what my win conditions would be in this game, which suggests they may not exist. Which I would fully believe. I maybe should be a little greedy and go for second butcher on the premise that the shantytown does village things, I guess. I could have done that, I suppose. I mean, I could use that to get the ghost as well. I still don't really have the extra action. It still is like a skip on. It's not like play butcher Unless Shantytown draws, then there are more things. But if oh yeah, I'm just super lost. It's messy enough that you could have really weird draws, but it's also not that messy because it's butcher and you just have 6 golds and 20 coffers. Those will be exact numbers, and you can mill with a point lead. So I think Kayoshii will be able to push it across the finish line. Did they not play the yeah, there is also something to doing alleys over cartographers, though the cartographers cost more, so there's considerations for both. Did they just not have the ghost this last turn, or just opted not to play it, wanted to wait? Interesting. Okay. So we can activate here, though I did kill the whatever thing, so we can't actually do it. I killed the river shrine, killed it dead. We can, we pretty clearly want gold on top. And I guess we're trying to butcher cartographer into like butcher, or into gold rather, and then buy a province, something along those lines. It doesn't really matter. Well, we got to swap copper for yeah. So it should look like this. Well, it's fine. We could have discarded another card or something. Just discarded the alley instead of having it on top. We have to play it now. But like, this is not really changing what we were gonna do. It probably maybe cost us there was maybe a way to get arena points, I guess, is the only thing. I don't know. That seems sort of unlikely, right? And by unlikely, I don't think it did. Oh. Whole province treasure on top here. The Shantytown activations are sort of the only thing that are going to push our resources up to maybe having threat in a next turn if there's a bad draw or a pseudo bad draw for kayoshii. Whatever a pseudo bad draw is. There's too many alleys and cartographers really dud or whatever, but if they don't have threat to finish, then they buy a ranger. That's weird. I'm confused. Are they gonna get like a shantytown? I mean, I guess if you add throw a shantytown into the deck, the Ranger there, once the token's down, is a pretty good threat. And I guess 2 turns from now, if you have the Ghost terminal, if you have action from Ghost later, it's pretty good too. But big issue is just this being a lot of points. But otherwise, the Ranger next turn is just sort of a liability. You don't have that many golds, just golds. I gotta push down to 3 provinces this next turn. The arena points are also killing me here. Having a worse, there's a few things killing me here. Arena points, having a worse deck, being second player. What a crazy received tribute time. Okay. So now they have the shantytown in there, so they probably can triple. Well, I don't know. Certainly chance of it anyway. So what did I say? I mean, I got to go 3 and just hope the hand is weird or bad. Somehow. It's not really feasible, but not with the alleys and cartographers, but there's not another angle, so we should just go for that. I guess we could, we don't have enough to triple. Even mill wouldn't have, I mean, going to 2 would have just been bad if it was with a mill. We would have been 22 to 20 with 2 left is terrible. Completely awful. This is awful too, but. Their decks just, their turn cannot be bad enough for this to make, for this to like work out. Province, Duchy is terrible. It doesn't help me at all. True triple is awful even. Which I do have. I do have true triple, but I mean, if I'm playing for a dud, then I probably can mill through anyway. I don't think there's really angles where true triple is super advantageous to me. Sorry about that. I collided with the microphone thingy. Or my chair did. Something collided. This is a lot of golds, right? Aren't there like a lot of golds? Like surely enough golds to buy to double province with like butcher mill. I'm probably true triple to be honest, but like I'm just saying, you know, for sure the mill into they have $11. There aren't that many golds in the trash. I'm assuming if you already have $3, you have $8 more in your hand. Not by a lot though, if that was all the money. Not by a huge amount. I think as far as outs go, I picked oh my gosh. Like a reasonable-ish one. That's as nice as I'll say about anything I've ever done. Reasonable-ish. Wait. I'll show the kingdom. Yeah, there it is. Okay. All right. There's Citadel and some way to gain horses because I saw it when I clicked the kingdom view. All right, so I have to win out from here. I guess I could tie one more time. Oh man. What do we have? How's Souk looking on its Souk front? Draw is not great. Sides. Draw is really not great. Not super thrilled with that. Could bargain for a Souk, I suppose. What do you do long term? There's just not really anything to speak of. I guess Elder engine, whatever the second one called, Blacksmith. Elder Blacksmith does like a tiny bit of draw. I mean, you can scrap for horses. Maybe that's just the angle, is to have enough stuff that you can scrap for horses and Citadel a horse. That's like a thing you can do here. You have to scrap a lot. There's not super great ways to fuel it, but I guess you could scrap the silvers and rotate through them that way. Have some pickaxes and stuff. You can use wheelwright to gain things that you can scrap. Oh man. What a kingdom. What a sort of awful kingdom. I don't really love the salvager all that much. I just bought it. An open salvager scrap. But you do want some things. I think you definitively want some things. We've got it narrowed down. They went for the old Souk bargain, which I thought about, but I sort of decided I thought it was crazy. I do remember that was my thought, was that this is crazy. Is it, I mean, it doesn't even hit 8. You know, like, you can Innkeeper do $1 billion, it doesn't go to 8. Discard everything. You put a Souk, you still don't have $8. You play Innkeeper over and over and over again. You could play 2 Souks then. If you do get to Citadel at some point, play Innkeeper and over and over again. You get to play 2 Souks. That does buy province. Like if your deck is a lot of Innkeepers and a couple Souks, that probably provinces every turn. You'd have to guess. It gets $13. So it can like province Innkeeper. And then I guess eventually province Duchy. And it doesn't require... Now I don't know how you hit that first Citadel though. You need a silver, I guess, and the lowest hand Souk. That would be a kind of a slick little deck. It doesn't seem like it necessarily sets up all that quickly. And you could still whiff on an Innkeeper on some turns. There's no way to like guarantee one's on top or anything. I don't hit 8 here. Oh no, yeah, I do, cause pickaxe gives a point. Duh. Everybody knows that. We get to do a horse, or at least the Innkeeper, or at least the scrap. I don't have silver yet. I'm not sure I'm there. I don't know. Maybe it's really good. I might take Souk as pickaxe fodder, or, you know, trashing slash for the next turn pickaxe fodder. Maybe I should have gone with the, okay. I was sort of thinking, it's fine. It's all fine, whatever. We can guarantee a horse for the next one. Action coin. Okay. They do with the scrap. When they get a scrap, I missed the scrap buy. Must have been a long time ago. Oh, they open scrap. Yeah, okay. All right, well, that all makes sense. So now we're in a kind of a race that I might be in a not so good position to win. Especially if we don't find any of the trashing or the horse stuff here. Like that. We bottom decked Innkeeper, Scrap, and maybe just another copper. Yep. Okay. Really would have loved to make another something. There may be something to a souk here. Sorry. I should have played the sextant first again. Well, this is fine. The way I've done it now is fine. So it's like this and a bargain is the way to get the souk. Double blacksmith bargain souk. I don't love that. I mean, the horses aren't like super good for them, but I wish I had another dollar. I maybe should have. Well, no. So this time I for sure want to rotate to Elder. It's good with Innkeeper also. An old map, eh? They've kind of pivoted. This is weird. The pickaxe is a weird angle to take if you've... I guess. It seems weird to me. Seems a little weird to me. I have 4 coppers left. Yeah, so I could either... I feel like this gives me maybe a little extra time here. I don't know what the blacksmiths are doing just yet. I can either push now for the elders, so I'm not totally clear on how many I can get this turn from this point. And then, I mean, ideally we go pretty low in hand size before we scrap a souk, and then blacksmith for 6. And then go from there. Should get us through, see most of the deck, and then hopefully pickaxe a silver. I don't know if that's going to get us to like 15, for instance. 15 would be a nice point to hit. The other ones are not as critical. I mean, I can also just souk here, like take a couple souks and wait for the next turn to be a little bigger. They don't have town crier, so they can't get to the elders. I don't have to decide yet. I'm just wondering if I can get 3 and get 3 elders, if that's enough of a split. For me to we're gonna have 9. It's also not clear that we'll even have enough to really want to do it that way. But we'd have 9 plus 1 for sure. 2. We'd be pretty close on it. One, two, three, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 9, 10, 11. And so if we draw all the coppers, we would have it. Which takes, how much of a hand size does that take, though? It takes, well, we can have a 7 card hand size. 1, 2, 3. Well, that's not going to happen. Okay, we're going to wait. We still want to do this part of it. And we'll do this. This is a little unfortunate. Does this just work, though, if we have... It may not be the right play regardless. We'll get a little extra draw from them, potentially. The Sook's nice, period. We're not probably getting to 20 of them. I don't know. The thing that could whiff is we could whiff Chalice, which would be really bad, but... Or we could have hit Chalice, which would have been really bad. Figurehead's pretty nice. Maybe the best elder board I've seen in a while. They don't even have another innkeeper to get hand size all that far down. I mean, they probably scrap something. They could scrap a Sook and still play 2 Sooks. No, they just have 2 Sooks. Sword is not important. This doesn't work together, the Sook. I mean, you have to pivot away from Sooks and then you don't have anything. Or you don't have quite as much. I wouldn't mind having a wheelwright. I wouldn't mind having a forge. Or a salvager again when we do the province stuff. But honestly, you can get a wheelwright and it basically covers all of those things. Once you're greening, I mean, it unlocks those things anyway, as well as like a further souk trashing for coppers, which would be really good. I'll probably shoot for a wheelwright here. The Citadel on Elder is going to be really nice. I always hate it when people do this thing. I really hate them. But, you know, there's a part of myself that I hate as well. Bum 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 bum. Buys an elder. I think I'm okay here, barring me doing something really stupid. I don't think the threat is going to be comparable between the two decks. Just to be honest. How are there... Did somebody buy a copper? Why are there... Oh, there are 14 of those. Yeah. 14. Not 10. Ideally, we get something set up here that's pretty robust. Salvager. That's salvage. And a mystery 5th card. Oh, a pendant. That's interesting. I've completely... This is not a joke. I completely forgot pendant was in the kingdom. And I should probably reevaluate that position. But pendant, even with loot, this is a secret about pendant that some people don't acknowledge, is that even with loot, pendant is kind of terrible. And loot is like it's one of its best helpers, but loot also already makes a ton of money. So what does the pendant do in this situation? It makes more money. But if you don't have the buys to match it, you know, it doesn't matter. Like last time I was money capped, so to be fair, you know. So we're only going to play this once. But we are going to get 2 of these things. So let's do this one, I suppose. Then we're going to play the Elder again. Right, which is cool. We're going to do silver in this. Okay. I don't Do we care about rotating? Does it matter? I think Miller's actually a little bit worse than this. So, and then we're here. We're gonna go. I don't want to push our luck too far. We have another. We're gonna get a little bit of non-terminality here. Oh, we can boost the scraps as well. Wait. Sorry. We can get a little more draw out of it if we do this first. If we do the scrap first. We do this. Do we want the coin or do we want buy? We were coin limited last time, but this time, well, probably still coin, right? We want. Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry. I meant action. Please don't deny this. I will cry. Thank you. Not that they necessarily owe it to me or anything, but oh, we whiffed the pickaxe. Not ideal. That's what I get for taking the second silver, but that's life. So okay, let's go souk. We were at only gains action. Let's go souk. I don't actually know that I want to pend it yet. No elder here. They still only have 2 terminals. One terminal. Kind of weird. I should have just taken coin on the second town crier. That's okay. Doubloons and gold. Are they going to have threat on like 4 provinces? I mean, they could whiff, but... Well, the terminal space is still an issue. They can certainly have threat on 3. I can fight a little on duchies. I can't lower to 4. Hopefully they have some awkwardness in sequencing the next turn. Otherwise, there could be trouble. If they have a good enough turn, I may be out of it. It's a wheelwright. Wheelwright isn't all that scary because I don't know that the gain in play is particularly strong. Well, I was gonna elder the scrap, so that doesn't really give you all that much. This is a terrifying... It's not like it doubles the scrap or anything. Okay. This is already terrifying. I do not like. Though I can sort of do what I need to do already. Oh my god. And then we know we whiff Elder for the next hand too. Oh my god. Cool. Cool. I don't even have, like, I could get a pendant, but I don't even have that many. So we bottom deck 2 blacksmith, innkeeper, town crier, figurehead. Right? I didn't toss figurehead, did I, to sword or anything? I don't think so. What an incredible experience. Really loving that. We can get the pendant. Man, figurehead down would have been so nice. This was brutal. I mean, if they like just double even, I probably don't need the figurehead. I probably need the points. Well, double isn't so scary, but... Oh my gosh. Yeah, sextant. The last card is blacksmith. So it was... That's incredible. We're going to be pretty... pretty action limited as well. Are all the Sooks dead? No, I still have one Sook. They full dead? Well, they full dead. Was it just like Salvager and provinces? There's still no... I'm just dying here. Like, where's the elder? Oh, what do you toss? I guess the Sook. And the sequencing here makes this... You could toss the horse? Try and draw an elder. Last two cards are elders. Okay. Sounds about right. I don't have anything like 32, but this time I can go like Duchy Pendant Innkeeper. I don't know. I don't know much. But you all know what I'm gonna say. No. They did not increase the amount of money they could make at all. Which is cool. I like that part. Do I gain something here? Just to scare them a little bit. We can't fully mill, can we? Like, we're not gonna make it to 40. Or surely. We only have one province, so it's not like we can mill. So forge is probably a little better for that angle. And like holding province would have been better. Then we only would have needed, well, we still need $24, so I'm not sure we have anything close to $24, to be honest. So. I would like to see everything. That means this way. But we can put a horse down. At the very least. We're not redrawing stuff, so I doubt there's a pile. Or I doubt there's a win. I like that. We could later the amphora. I think we're just taking like innkeeper and duchy and pendant here. So we could later the amphora. We only need like 19. Well, that's not enough, so I guess we need to do it. We'll set the province aside. Really, both of those are pretty good for what we maybe want to do. I guess forge first. I'm going to assume they can't draw around to this in a way that allows them to get 5. But I think it's like technically possible. But probably not at this point. Unless there's more wheelwright shenanigans than I think they can draw through. In which case, I guess, you know, good stuff to them. This is the hand size. And so to do like the milling stuff knocks out pairs and even like pickaxe for something. If they get true 3, if they 3 and mill, they'll be at 30. I'll need 3 duchies in a state, which isn't too bad. I think they can do true 4. True 4 will probably lose. Obviously, I could have gotten another duchy versus what I did get. So again, true 3, which I think will just lose. Can't mill. 2 will lose. 1 will lose. 5 duchies will lose. Probably. 5 duchies is the hardest. Kind of the hardest. I mean, not touching province, I guess, is the hardest. I have to mill and basically mill 2. Which can be done. I can play scrap on duchy if I'm going for the mill thing, because 3 will be enough. That'll help a little bit on the recycle to get the hand size back. I have to redraw the salvager, which isn't trivial. Which I maybe should have not discarded the salvager. Maybe should have kept it. I guess the partial lowering of the duchy maybe. Oh, that's the first pile. There's not even a... I was kind of thinking in my mind that there was like a first pile gone. There's not. 3 pile is fully out. It would be kind of funny if we... I mean, this is weird for Kayoshii because it doesn't... They're not going to suddenly have the draw the next turn. To like do more than this. So if I just go through and buy duchies and we reset to this, they don't suddenly have threat on 5 provinces. They don't really have some... They don't really have good ways to draw through this stuff. Not quite as good anyway. Okay. So I don't have any coppers. As I say, there may be... I wonder if there's a point where there's a better... Well, I kind of need the province for the other part of the... For the salvager, right? Okay. Let's see an innkeeper. This angle where we do a scrap on a duchy. And forge a province is pretty nice, and then go into Elder Blacksmith is probably pretty good. If we true triple, mill and true triple is easy points. Let's make sure we click action. Dear God. Is the silver? The silver is bad. I guess we draw the same anyway. The silver's gotta be bad. Are these different? These orders? I guess if we can find the there should be a horse in here. Do I have to hit the... We have the pendant. We need the province, I guess. And then this is... $1, 2, 3, 4, $5 there. 5 on pendant, 18, 21, 24. We have to do duchy. Do we have to be able to afford a state as well? But it's like net $5-ish, maybe. Unless we... Okay, orb is good. Oh no, we're gonna buy 4 of them. Yeah. Jeez. That was sort of exact. I'm not sure if I'd have to use a warehouse play to do the horse. Well, I had a duchy in hand still, so I should be okay, I think. If I have to use warehouse to get to horse. Oh, well, we have to do a new table every hand because that's where we're... Every game lasts an hour. I mean, it was me there more than anyone, I'm sure. Well, it is now 2-5, 2-5, sort of a death. I can take the tie I will be second player. Hopefully Kayoshii can make their way over here. I don't think they've moved on the server yet. I think I'm on the, I guess maybe I'm not on, maybe I should check the other server. Which server is that? The new, I'll go to theirs. All right. Apparently it didn't move me over. I guess it doesn't always do that. Should be your start. Okay, I think it's all right. First made peasant and blah 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 blah. Patient, what's patient? Sycophant. This is a trick. You do get a couple patient sycophants, and then you have make sure you have. No, wait, that doesn't work. Okay, get one patient sycophant, and then make sure you have first mate in hand. Boom, you're good. I guess you just do Pixie Peasant here and then try to put Lost Arts on Envoy. I don't know. You probably are willing to stonemason the one of the hands. Not 100% clear on that actually. It slows down the peasant play potentially. So if the boon you get from the second pixie is really, I mean, it increases your chance of getting a favorable boon at some point. I'm really not, or you could get a second peasant as well, which would give you some angle there. This is a bad draw, turn 3 for Kayoshii. What is the thing? At this, you may spend a favor to trash an action card to gain an action card. Okay. That's not the best thing ever. Well, yeah, I mean, you can be greedy or less greedy, I guess. If the peasant isn't bottom deck, then this is a bit of a waste. Not a complete waste, but potentially. You would try and leave. It also doesn't play super nicely with some other boons you might get. I don't know. It's compared to the upside of a different boon later on. You just toss one card. Because you don't want to make... I guess you could toss a bunch and just trigger the shuffle, but... Silver is not super good here. Seize is good. Well, it's going to trigger if you do it, so maybe not. Gains of first mate. I did forget about that. I already have a favor. Love this window. Gross. Wynn's gift would be really nice. I went for trashing one more card versus getting a first mate, I suppose. I don't know if that was right. I wonder if you can get enough I wonder if you can get enough first mates and gold mines and invoice to not have to go to teacher. Workshop Leprechaun is insane to me at this point, to be 100% honest, but what do I know? Feels extremely greedy. They didn't even take it. That's surprising. Because you're going to then draw up. Maybe they just don't have the cards to trash, I guess. But it does surprise me a bit. That should be good. Guess if you draw your first mate with 30 pixies, then, you know, why not? And you get this, okay, it was greedy, there's no doubt. That was crazy. But okay. I can't, it's whatever, I guess. When did they shuffle? I'm so confused. Where's the shuffle line? Oh, they mooned it on top. I'm very mad about how that went down. I'm not gonna lie. I will not lie. I got nice spoons as well. But I am still a little mad. They mooned it on to the top. Fair enough. The workshop I still think was insane. There's also a pixie left when they did that. We're not gonna have a lot of piles, are we? Can you make first mate? The first mate chains aren't really a thing so much. I don't know how they work exactly. I know it can be done. You first made a first mate. Yeah, I mean, it's not the friendliest thing to pair with Envoy because it can whiff. I guess the only other options here are like second peasant. Envoy maybe. Which can really be nasty. This is not a super friendly. Well, it's not as bad as that. Oh. I guess I'm gonna play the Envoy just to cycle a little bit since we got Disciple out here. You can just click anything. It'll be okay. I promise. Maybe this first mate will hit. That's a nice boon. Maybe this first mate will hit. Or the wisp will draw a second wisp and I'll get to play the Envoy non-terminally in my dreams. They're gonna get to wish for something and they're gonna probably get to gain another wish. Almost certainly. Well, I mean, they could have had collision. Leprechaun may have been in that other hand, but they still have a really good shot of getting around to it in a usable fashion. Pretty good shot anyway. Wisp hit wisp, wisp hit wisp. We can speak it into existence. There aren't really a lot of other outs. To be honest. It wouldn't have been crazy to get a Sycophant, honestly, at some points. Not completely crazy. So this is... I mean, I guess the Stonemason isn't helping. I don't know. They probably want to play Leprechaun. If I was tracking better, this decision could be made a little better, but they may not even have so many pixies left that that's easily done. So maybe this was the wrong. Well, if that's all they were doing, they could have done that with the goat. So I feel fine. Didn't do it. Well, we have to stop here. There's no angle where there's advantage in playing on here. I do wonder if one Sycophant can get some utility. Bummer. They don't have a lot of pixies left, but they do find one to make this turn stay alive. They don't have a lot of non-terminal period. It was just those pixies. They find both of them. So now they're going to get a lot of plus action here. This may be game winning. It's pretty good. You can buy a gold mine here. My last card is a wisp, so I guess I could think about doing... The thing we're going to have to really watch for are 3 piles very soon. What are my chances of activating when the pixie's gone? I mean, we have to do this, but... Well, this is a huge bummer, because the first mate is gone. If we find the first mate, it works, I guess. 1, 2, 3, 4. Because we could, yeah. This doesn't work though. I don't know why I bought a leprechaun. The leprechaun activation convinced me that it could be done. I also had the wisps, I think, before I did that. Hopefully, that's the only way you could justify it. Oh man, this is brutal. Well, this is probably the end of the line for me, unless Kayoshii really messes it up. Which I don't think. Once they get a T, if I have a good enough turn here, then I would have 2 actions still. Yeah. Well, I guess we'll do this and just play the envoy. Yeah, we're gonna be short 1. Unless they mess this up. I guess if you draw the... I guess you can play the first mate. 3, 4, 5. You can get the gold, you just don't get to play the soldier. Or set up the sycophant thing. This is going to be a really annoying reshuffle as well. What is first mate 2 say? I gotta keep disciple. If we play the soldier, yeah. One of these was top deck, but the rest were dead. Okay, they do dud. This envoy was like the last thing I wanted to see off this particular draw. Because now we really don't have much upside to doing the sycophant down. I mean, I guess if you first mate something, like first mate wisp still is a pretty good. There are a few things that are okay in this instance. I mean, you really have to have a first mate in the hand or the wish. But you do get the action. I have to buy a stonemason here. As stupid as that sounds. What are our chances here of piling? Doesn't have to. I don't have to score. Tie wins. Or no, tie. I don't have to score. Tie pushes it to game 7. But if we can find. It doesn't, see, the hard thing here is it doesn't have to be Will-O-Wisp first. It could be correct to be Goldmine first, because potentially later on you have some stonemasons maybe in the in there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, now we're getting a little somewhere. Do we need this gold though? Gonna throw another one in there. It's already quite a few of them. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. What are the last cards? This is the problem, is these we had to draw a little different. This is not very good. I'm not sure it was there even if you like top deck first made stonemason. So it's going to get a lot closer in that instance. If they have treasures here, we're probably hosed totally, fully, immediately. Because that's going to free up the draw as well as make the pile out super easy. So if Kayoshii has some treasures that can be tossed here, I'm certain that I'm just dead in the water. Which I almost certainly was anyway, but... What do you toss? You do have to get... I guess it's the wish. It may have been the goal. Well, it's got to be the wish can become the other things. Unfortunately, they can do first mate sycophant stuff and get some more money out of that. They may not even need too much trickery. It may be as simple as doing stonemason, get 2 first mates, buy province, gain an estate with workshop or something. The money may be pretty straightforward. Oh, they don't want to begin their buy phase. I don't think. I'm sure I'm cooked. They get an action. They also have a I guess I could have tried to angle for a few more duchies somewhere. Maybe. It was a good match, though. I'm surprised you don't take duchies there. Those are probably a little easier, but if you're going to have $10 anyway, then if you holding the workshop or something, yeah. I'm not sure I have a way to guarantee. I'm not sure even if I stack my deck that I had a pile out. Obviously they had a lot of slack on the. They had a lot of slack on gains and points and stuff there. Anyway, good match. Hope you enjoyed watching my run in the tournament, and I will catch you all for some league matches here in a couple weeks or so. Take care.